Hi everyone, and welcome to our session on professional accounting with Chartered Accountants Australia and New Zealand. My name is Jacqueline Albert and I'm a student ambassador here at Macquarie University. In this session, I'm very pleased to welcome Professor Rahat Muni and Anthony Mattis to our general gathering. Anthony is the General Manager, Strategic and Engagement and Development at Chartered Accountants ANZ. Professor Rahat Muni is the head of the Department of Accounting and Corporate Governance at Macquarie Business School. Today, we are very excited to have both of you to share some helpful insights for our prospective students who are interested in master's studies in professional accounting. Thank you again for joining us today, and we'll get started with some questions. First question for today is, could you please provide an overview of the program and the connection between Macquarie University and Chartered Accountants?
Thank you, Jack. Master Professional Accounting is one of the key courses of Macquarie University, which we have offered in collaboration with Chartered Accountants Australia and New Zealand. Now, this is an embedded course we offer where all modules of Chartered Accountancy are embedded into the course. The course works into 70-30 ratio, where 70% of the component is Macquarie Universities and 30% of the component is Chartered Accountants Australia and New Zealand. So it means 70% of the assessments and initial delivery of the units which we teach in this course are undertaken at Macquarie University, and 30% of the course, which are basically final exams, which students are required to sit in Chartered Accountancy's exams. They pass the exams, bring their results to us, and then they qualify Master Professional Accounting as well as CA exams. Now, the way we have structured this course is all the modules of Chartered Accountancies, they are embedded into Master Professional Accounting. We teach everything, whatever is required by the institute, and we run their assessments the way Chartered Accountants they want from us. So it means whatever you learn is basically we prepare you for Chartered Accountancy examinations. So this is a 2 year course which includes 16 units. 7 of those units are Chartered Accountancy modules, or units we call it, or subjects one can call them. Out of those 7 units, 6 units are core, 1 unit is elective, and core units includes a capstone units required by Chartered Accountants Australia and New Zealand. Now, if any students with accounting background at undergrad level has done partly any master's degree in accounting, then perhaps would be able to get some RPL in some units. It means that course can be undertaken in 1.5 years. So the way we have structured this course is first year would be more of a foundation unit where students come and learn basic accounting, economics, basic finance, and some economics as well. Once that is done, then they move into core units. So the way we have structured other semesters is 2 units of Chartered Accountancies and 2 units of Macquarie Universities, and then you end up with the capstone unit at the end. There is one requirement is business and ethics module, which is a 2 weeks online module, which is a core requirement by Chartered Accountants Australia and New Zealand for every student to undertake before undertaking any chartered accountancy studies. That's what we help students and facilitate students to take that modules online before undertaking any modules or units from Macquarie universities. So that is online, 2 weeks. The moment students will be with us, enrolled in any units, we will be asking them to take that module before taking other core modules of chartered accountants. Other than that, what we do is we would also be helping students in finding a professional mentor, because that is again one of the requirements, because once you have a certificate from Chartered Accountants as well as Master Professional Accounting, you would like to become a professional and practicing Chartered Accountant. So mentoring is required from a professional Chartered Accountants as a mentor. So we have made arrangements with chartered accountants institutes to find mentors for our students, which would start from day one when you'll enroll in our CA course. So this is how in a very brief way, how this course work. Our teaching teams are all chartered accountants, and they are the ones who have designed teaching materials. They are the ones who will be delivering those materials, and they work very closely with chartered accountants still in New Zealand. They understand their examination process. They are the best people to guide students through this process. CA is not easy, but Macquarie is known for getting best results in professional examinations, and CA is one of those examinations. So we are very proud that we have a partnership which with Chartered Accountant, which is very unique, and the only university in New South Wales who are offering Master Professional Accounting with CA specializations.
Thank you so much for explaining all of that. I'm sure that was very helpful to all of you listening. So, the second question we had was for Anthony. Anthony, would you please be able to provide just a brief intro of CA ANZ and your understanding of the industry and its current trends?
Thanks very much, Jake. Chartered Accountants Australia and New Zealand represents over 130,000 finance professionals, supporting them to make a difference to the businesses, organisations and communities in which they work and live. Chartered Accountants Australia and New Zealand is known as difference makers. The depth and breadth of their expertise helps them to see the big picture and chart the best course of action. We're part of the Global Alliance, which allows our members to transfer, if you like, physically their skills offshore and work in other locations across the globe. In terms of the future state of the profession, I think it's an exciting time to be part of it. Technology is underpinning it. How we have gone about accounting and accounting activities in the past, as Rahat's alluded to, is going to vary how we go about it into the future. And CA ANZ, and particularly the CA program, is to future-proof you, your career, and the profession more broadly. As I said, we're really proud to be partnering with Macquarie University. This is a wonderful partnership, and more importantly, will enable the students to take their accounting education to a whole new level.
Yeah, I would like to add a few things here. Anthony, thank you very much, and your contribution, especially in 315 and other employability initiatives of Macquarie University. Macquarie is known for employability, and every course, every unit we teach, or any module we teach, basically there is some element of employability or enhancing employability skills of students. So there are a number of initiatives which we have introduced in accounting, where we try to help students with improving their employability skills, and that's what we do together with Chartered Accountants Australia New Zealand. One is on helping students to understand networking and personal branding skills, why it is so critical to have their own brand. We call it personal brand, and Anthony himself runs that session for students every semester. So Macquarie, perhaps I would say, is one of those universities who work very closely with professional accounting bodies, and I would say mostly with Chartered Accountants Australia New Zealand, and to provide knowledge which is required by future accountants or future professionals, in a classroom setting. So industry connections are very important. We are very lucky to have chartered accountants plus other professional accounting bodies as well as industry bodies, where we try to connect with those bodies to provide the most of employability skills, or whatever skills they are needed by the employers in the future.
Yeah, I completely agree that having that industry connection whilst you're still a student at university is absolutely essential. So it's really nice to see such a strong positive relationship between Macquarie and CA, which I'm sure all of you watching can tell just from this interview. So thank you both for answering that question. Anthony, so as mentioned already, CA has contributed a lot to this course and have so many invaluable insights regarding student employability, personal branding, and networking with impact. I was wondering if you could please share some examples and stories regarding these, and which do you think is more important in these challenging times?
Well, thanks, Jack. And I don't think there's one particular overriding importance or criteria at this point in time. I think it's a really exciting time to be a professionally qualified accountant. I think it's an opportunity to shape the future. It is that deep rooted technical skill coupled with technology skills. The fact that the young professionals are getting exposure to artificial intelligence, robotics, augmented reality, data analytics, that is the future of the profession. It hasn't changed over the years, but how we go about doing it has. And I think what's really important is that critical thinking piece, those soft skills that we often hear about. And we often hear that they're the hard skills to develop and learn. And again, I'm really thrilled that through the interactions we have with Macquarie and through Rahat and the career services and the PACE team and others, there is a strong emphasis on developing equally those technical and non-tech skills which make up the sum of this young professional. In terms of the demands, there's a shortage of qualified accountants as we speak today, and this is not going to subside anytime soon. You might have heard that, jobs may be at risk through the introduction of technology and automation. Far from it. It may in part replace some of those entry level components and those lower level tasks, but the fundamentals still apply. You still need to understand and comprehend the value of a debit and credit. You still need to understand the notion of amortization, depreciation, these other technical terms. However, in terms of the inputs we contribute towards and the exposures we have to business, like I said, I'm proud to be a professionally qualified accountant, and if I had my time again, I'd do it all over. I'm really I often joke that I was born too early, given the profession that it is today versus what it was almost 20, 25 years ago. But thankfully, Macquarie is staying at the cutting edge in terms of its teachings. I want to reiterate the significance of industry engagement and the efforts that Rahat particularly goes to on behalf of the many hundreds of students. It's not just the lectures, it's not just the tutorials, it's the mentoring programs, it's the continuous striving for excellence. It's about ensuring his students fall over but pick themselves up again and learn. And that's what motivates us to be working together in such a way.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. And we do have one more question, and this is for both of you. So some people feel that there's a lot of uncertainty out there in the market at the moment, which was sort of just touched upon in that previous answer. However, we do know that there are so many wonderful opportunities for future accountants, and I feel like that's very evident from what we've been talking about today. I was wondering if you could please share some tips for them on how to develop their personal and professional skills and embrace future opportunities.
I think that's a very fair question. Maybe I'll start, Anthony, if you allow me. And this is what I think the conversation has always happened between Chartered Accountants Australia, New Zealand, as well as the Department of Accounting and Corporate Governance. What is the future of accounting? And we do collective research also and publish a lot on this topic. So there are a number of things. Number one is we always say accounting profession is changing. What it was in 1920 perhaps was different from 1960s, then 1980s, and then 2000 and 2020 is absolutely different style of accounting, and the way we work as accountants is completely different. In 1920s, we would never use the word professional as an accountant, but now we call accountant as professional accountants. So when we use the word professional accountant, it means there is some element of specialty involved in accounting. So we have now put accounting into different shoeboxes, for example, tax, transfer pricings, business advisories or audit assurance, data analytics, and then blockchains and so on, you name it. And the variety of accounting colors which we have, and we show it to students as well. And we try to capture this in our courses, especially in Master Professional Accounting, CA studies. So, and then quite recently now we have seen COVID. With COVID, pre-COVID era, accounting was different, especially the way accountants work. used to work. And now, after COVID and during that time, and I'm expecting even post-COVID terms periods, the way accountants work would also be different. Technology has taken place of everything, every step of our life. Um, for instance, our lectures are mostly online, right? Assessments are online. Same thing happens at a workplace also. Employees are working from home. It's a different way of dealing with clients, their needs, their expectations. Audit processes have also changed. So checklist which big four accounting firms used to prepare for clients, they have also changed. So that has changed everything. So I would not say it's evolution, it's a revolution actually. That's the way accounting has transformed in a very short span of time in the future. So one advice I would give is now accountants should become jack of all rather than they put them into a small shoebox. For instance, they must be in a position to having skills to move from business advisory into tax very quickly. That's what the future is, from tax to transfer pricing, from transfer pricing to audit to data analytics and business analytics and so on. That's what the demand is. So the recommendation I always give to students and to industry people is they keep on upgrading their knowledge, keep on doing short courses which we run. Chartered accountants institutes also run for their members. I think that is the best way. And then moving into professional qualifications, whatever you do, amongst those, perhaps chartered accountant is the most popular qualifications for any professional accountants. That is a way forward and moving forward, and that would keep any professional accountant alive forever in their profession.
Thanks, Jack. And I might just jump in, Rahat, if that's okay. What you touched on was 100% correct, and it's about information, it's about insight, it's about influence, it's about impact, and it's about how you advise, analyze, and apply. And so you're going to see that the decision makers around the table are going to have some form of accounting qualification and skill attached. That's my personal view. In terms of, I suppose, the opportunity here today, it's to attract students into the Masters of Professional Accounting with the CA embedded component attached. And even for students who may be unsure about what their next move is, this is a great opportunity to progress their studies, not to sort of sit on the sidelines and wait, but continue on and attain this worthy qualification, both from your Masters and your CA, from a theoretical component perspective, at least anyway. The other point to make, Rahat, if I can, is also around the options that a career can give you. Now, a student, as you know, we've worked with many who have decided to pursue one element of a particular sector, one particular skill set within the accounting profession, or even a location. They've decided to have a regional tree change to start their career before they return to the cities and obviously to some of the bigger brands that they may have aspired to in the first instance. But again, the underlying foundation to all of this is the qualification. So it's really important that students invest in themselves, embrace what's on offer, and more importantly, throw themselves out there and connect with these industry professionals that, again, people like Rahat continue to put before them. So I'm excited about the future, and I wish these students really well.
Thank you so much, Anthony and Rahat, for your insights into the course, the profession, and the industry as a whole. And thank you as well to everyone for watching our video today. If you do have more questions about the course or want to have a one-on-one chat to discuss your study plans, you can always contact our postgraduate team on 02 9850 6791, or you could send an email, which is postgraduate@macquarie.edu.au. Thank you again for everyone showing up today, listening to this video, and for hearing about the insights from both Macquarie and CA ANZ. Thank you and have a lovely day.